What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today, I wanted to discuss the fight that just happened this Friday, Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. So let's get straight into this. So I actually watched most of the fight live while I was at work. So I seen the KO, I seen the first round, second round, just here and there. But before we discuss the fight, I wanted to give props to Jake Paul. You can't hate on him. He's only been doing this 6 or 7 years, but he has balls to go in there and fight Anthony Joshua, who is a golden Olympic medalist, a two-time heavyweight champion. That is insane. Anthony Joshua has fought the best fight, or some of the best. The only person he hasn't fought is Tommy Fury, but I think he's fought people better than Tommy Fury. He's fought a lot of the heavyweights. You know what I mean? Obviously he's one of the champions. So for Jake Paul to go from Tank Davis, a lightweight champion, to fighting someone 40 pounds heavier than him, had I think 4 inches in height on him, and you could tell in the fight that Joshua was a way bigger opponent than him. Um, so Jake Paul did end up making the ring a bigger ring, but you still got to give props to where props is due. The fight shouldn't have happened. But he still took the fight because he had the balls to do it. So watching the fight, um, Jake Paul was doing a good job keeping his distance. He was running around the ring, and people are shitting on him for that. But honestly, what else is he supposed to do? He can't go toe to toe with Anthony Joshua without getting knocked out. He don't have the experience. So going toe to toe with Anthony Joshua, that's the only outcome that is gonna happen. You get KO'd. So he was doing a good job keeping his distance, and he was throwing some shots that looked pretty nice. I seen the uppercut he thrown in one of the early rounds. It missed, but it was a pretty clean uppercut. Not saying it would have affected Anthony Joshua. He threw a lot of overhands, and that's what he really was looking for to knock him out, because I don't think Jake Paul would have been able to knock him out. But that's the punch that he was hoping to land. The one thing I didn't like is Jake Paul's clinching. He would clinch and go on his knees. That was just, I mean, that's all. I guess the only thing he could think to do, because he's such a big opponent, and I really can't give you an explanation for what he was trying to do there. He literally clinched him, and I don't know. I guess maybe he tripped, and they both fell. But at one point they both fell. Half of the middle rounds, Jake Paul was just on his knees for some reason. Um, so it delayed the KO. And you can tell Anthony Joshua started slow and then started to pick up the pace in round 5 and 6. And you could tell he was getting a little frustrated. Also, with all these just being on the ground, like Jake Paul was just on the ground a lot for no reason. So I think the KO was actually insane. He broke his jaw in 2 places. It was a perfect setup. He got him in the corner. I think he landed an uppercut. He landed an uppercut, backed him up in the ropes, and he was in the corner. And you could just, in Jake Paul's face, you could see that he knew it was over, man. And then when he got knocked down, that the face he made, that's like the face of, oh shit, man. Like, damn, he hit me hard. Like, that's insane. He broke his jaw in 2 places. Um, but this was what everyone should have expected. It's Anthony Joshua. This is one of the greatest heavyweights in the world right now, and you just gotta give props to where props is due. Congratulations, Jake Paul. And bro, Jake Paul had the sickest ring walk ever with 6'9". That shit was aura, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. So what I think is next for Jake Paul, I think Jake Paul should go fight Tommy Fury again. That'd be a really, just to avenge one of his losses. If not Tommy Fury, then maybe I say fight another celebrity boxer, maybe Ryan Garcia, maybe um do running back with Tank Davis. Obviously, we all want to see KSI versus Jake Paul, but that likely won't ever happen. I think KSI is done boxing, and Jake Paul is by far superior in boxing at this point. So I'm excited to see what he comes back with, and for Anthony Joshua, I mean, he's fought everyone. He's already done everything he could do. Only fight that I would be excited for right now is him versus Tyson Fury, or maybe his rematch against the last guy he fought and lost against. That would be, I would say, one of those would be a great option. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of my fight breakdown and my opinions on the fight. I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace out.